I would do whatever it took to protect my parents. I didn't want my father to have to pay for me to go to college. Instead, I waited till I got married and went and got an associate. And then I got into Columbia, all when I had children, all because I wanted to protect my parents. And when they opened the door and they said, "Where is that old lady who had twins at 60? I said, "I guess that must be me." Because to me, having twins at 60 wasn't so revolutionary. You know, there was always a stigma attached to me. Stay home? Be passive? No. Hell no. I went to work, got a PhD, got a career, and had children. And then, the whole time, when I was going to lie about my age, the doctor came in and said, "You may as well tell everyone your age." And I said to myself, who am I? Who cares about me? Little old me. Maybe I'll make some difference to the world. Yes, I'm 60, I said. And yes, I had twins. And yes, I'm the oldest woman. So what? So what? You know, the other day I was on television, and Rod Stewart was right after me. He had a child, the same age as me. They didn't even want to speak about it. It's because I was a woman, and I guess I'm still a woman, but the inequality continues to exist. But let me tell you how this happened with babies. I wasn't planning on having babies at 60. Actually, I was in a cruise with my husband and my 7-year-old at the time. And we had to turn that ship around because of Donald Trump, who wanted to make a commercial. We went through a storm, and during that time, I found a magazine. In vitro, cheap, older women. I don't know what possessed me, but I tucked it away. A year later, I found myself going through the process. And we went to Africa. And I went with my 7-year-old son at the time. 12 hours on the plane watching cartoons. Oh my goodness, that was punishment enough. And then, when we got there, we had the time of our life. But what I didn't expect was when we came back, that I was actually pregnant. I went to the doctor. "Let me see. Oh, it feels like a truck on me," I said. "Oh no, that's just the procedure," he said. That night, I was in such pain. "Doctor, doctor, I must be miscarrying." "All right," he said, "come on over, but you don't understand. I went all the way to Africa." "Well, you must be miscarrying," he said. I never went back to that doctor. I laid on the couch for 5 days. My husband running after me, making sure I hardly moved. And that's when I realized I wanted, at that time, I thought, that one baby. Doctor number 2. "Oh, I see the leg, and then the other one. The other what? The other arm? The other foot? What do you see? The other baby." "What? We're having twins?" I didn't even know I was pregnant. Everybody came out and congratulated us. I was thrilled. "But no," my husband said, "that doctor's not good enough. That doctor treated such famous people, but yet he wasn't good enough for me." So we went to doctor number 3. And doctor number 3 happened to be Muslim. "Oh," my husband said, "he can't treat you because he's Muslim." The doctor didn't want to see us again. "Please, please," I begged him. "I'll name the baby after you. Please, I can't go to another doctor." This doctor was a godsend. He even had me get a manicure and a pedicure while I was in the hospital. And he made almond cookies and crushed the almonds himself for me. I never saw such a person, an angel from heaven. And then I came in, and this head doctor kissed me on either side. Hi, how would you like to tell the world that you're the oldest woman in the world, in America, to have twins? Me, I'm the oldest woman? But I was going to lie about my age. Well, it's up to you. And the rest is history. They called me from Germany. They called me from Australia, from Africa, all over the world. And you know something? It's just the beginning. We're heading in a direction where we, and I included, are just stepping into changes. After all, when I had both a career and a family, at that time it wasn't heard of. Now, what else is new? And this is also going to be, what else is new? I always feel I didn't have someone in front of me, but I had myself to know that I was strong enough not to have to look for everyone else to be who I am today. And all of you out there have that same ignition inside you to know that you don't have to look to anybody for who you are. Because guess what? There's nobody out there except yourself that can tell you who you are. The feeling you have inside is the same feeling I had when anything would happen to my parents. I was sitting in the car with them, and teenagers walked by snickering at them. How do they know who my parents are that they're laughing at them? I ran out of the car. Are you laughing at these people I ran after them? You go back and you say you're sorry. They went back and they said they're sorry. They could have killed me. They could have had a knife. But instead, they connected to me because they had that in them to begin with. They just didn't have opportunities to use it. We all have that. We all have that need to take care of because we need to be taken care of as well. When my father was in the Holocaust, he saved people's lives. This little man, this little immigrant Jewish man, because he had a need to live and to let live. On 2 slices of bread a day, he took out tree stumps this big. That's revolutionary. That makes a difference in life. His will to live. And then they threw him in jail because they gave him little boots, too small, and he spoke up. And he walked for 3 days in snow up to here while he was pulled by a soldier on a horse. And that night, he snuck out with the rest of the town people. And that very next morning, they circled them. 3 commanders came out. Who wants to tell us what happened? One said. We need 8 Menschen. 8 people. 8 people were sent in the bag. Bang, 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 bang! 8 gunshots were heard. And the rest of the people, they went back to the camp. My father was sent to the army, and my sister called him out of line. When he came back, they needed no more soldiers. And soon after that, the American soldiers came, took the Nazis on trucks, and sent my parents to Germany, where I was born. Was it fate? Was it a will to live? Well, I can tell you, I had that will to live. I carried that will my whole life. I can feel it as I speak to you, and you can feel it out there. And I want you all to take that will, to be able to know that life is something that you have a grasp of, and you can do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to do it badly enough. Thank you.